Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to day 4 of our 6-day certificate course. Today's topic is criminal liability in algorithmic offenses. I'm Lakshita, and it's my privilege to anchor today's session. This course is designed to promote awareness, learning, and informed engagement in the fields of cyber safety, law, psychology, and technology. Each day, we bring together experts and practitioners to share real world insights into cyber threats, investigative processes, and emerging trends. Yesterday, we explored adaptive malware and attribution. Today, we move into the critical domain of criminal liability in algorithmic offenses, examining how law responds to autonomous system and accountability in AI driven crimes. It's my honor to introduce today's distinguished speaker, Mr. Advocate Prashant Dilip Wagh. Advocate Prashant Dilip Wagh is a cyber law expert and dedicated practicing lawyer at Dhule District and Session Court with the focused specialization in cyber law, cybercrime litigation, and high value digital fraud recovery matters. He completed his LLB from ILS Pune College, Pune. He has served as co founder of Cyber Jargon Legal Services LLP. He strategically handles complex online fraud matters, including banking fraud, UPI scams, cryptocurrency fraud, and digital identity theft. He is known for swift procedural action, structured legal strategy, and effective coordination with cyber authorities. We are truly honored to welcome you, sir. Without further ado, I'd like to hand over the mic to you. So you're not audible.
Please unmute yourself.
No, sir, you're not yet audible.
So please unmute yourself.
is already on unmute. There is a technical issue which will be fixed very much soon. I request all to have patience.
Now do I audible?
Yes, sir.
So good evening everyone. Today's our topic is criminal liability in algorithmic offenses. Just let me share my screen with you. Firstly, why we are talking about this topic? Why this topic is means so much that we are gathered here to talk about this topic. In earlier times, criminal offenses happened only by the human beings. For example, criminal offense happened against a human body or against a property by cheating someone, by killing someone, by harming someone. But nowadays, crimes have been engaged in a large number. A large number of computers by their algorithms does criminal offenses. Only one, 2 persons are behind that algorithm, and that one algorithmic computerization does all everything on behalf of that person. So, what are these algorithmic offenses? For example, um, honey trap offenses. In honey trap offenses, people mostly the offenders of this cybercrime honey trap uh, gets their common people's data from banks, from social medias, from their uh, information from their employment services. This all data is gathered by offenders from the data of the common peoples. For we had a case with us in our firm, a retired teacher who was just retired. Uh, uh, he was retired only for 1.5 months, but we get his uh, pension, his PF account, and his pension was given to him. He just his data from his own employment system leaked to a person, and that person used that information and called him and asked him that he, by a fake account on Instagram, he contacted retired teacher and sent him a friendship message. Will you be my friend? I am from this district, and I am knowing you for a long time. So can you be my friend? Uh, that retired teacher replied to that message and started conversation with that person. After that, that person asked him, can you join me in a video call? He replied, yes, I can join. When he joined the video call, a AI generated female version was there, and from that side, uh, that female AI version was in a new or in a very inappropriate manner. When he got into that call, he realized that someone is uh, someone is trying to harass him. When he immediately cutted that call, uh, he he started getting calls from randomly from anonymous numbers. He then asked that person, why are you calling me? They said that we are from cybercrime department Delhi. I am calling PI from cybercrime Delhi. You have miscommunicated or harassed a woman on video call. So if you do not attend the video call with us, we are digitally arresting you. They said that. Firstly, digital arrest is not a legal term. As a lawyer, I am telling you all, digital arrest is illegal. There is no such term present in CRPC or BNSS. A person can be arrested only by physical means. So when they told him he has been digitally arrested, they hold him on video call for 36 hours. And time to time, they demanded money. And that person paid nearly about 65 lakhs of his pension and PF account. When that person got to know that that person has no more money to pay to them now, they declined the call. And after that, that person's told him that you have been digitally frauded by someone. After that, when they called us, when they came to our office, we were also shocked. How a person can be on video call, on a fake video call, for about 36 hours. And how can someone give 65 lakh rupees to someone just at threats? So, when we confronted him, we got to know that he was, the other person was so much manipulating him that any person, even if even a young person or a person with good mind, will also trapped into that crime. That much information they get of us. We randomly post our information on social medias, chat gpt. Now there is a trend on chat gpt. We ask everything to chat gpt. My profession is this, I am working with this person, make my profile, use these photos. So we ourselves gives those information to these medias. Now all these transactions, all this information got to them via algorithmic computer devices. So if our data gets leaked by these medias, what are their liability? To whom we can sue in a court? Against whom we can create a action, a criminal action?
Sorry to
In
interrupt,
this,
but your voice is a bit lagging. So we can fix it by if you can switch off your camera. So the voice might be clear.
okay, I will try. Now is it better?
Yes, sir.
So I was telling you that if our data, if our data gets by a social media platform or any other source, to whom we can sue in a court, who whose liability is that? So for that, there is a section in IT Act Section 70, which tells whose liability and how much liability is there of a intermediary source. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp is an intermediary source. They do not directly contact us or make fraud with us or they give our data to anyone. Now Meta. Meta Meta is a parental company under which Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp is being comes under Meta. So, if our if we give information on Instagram, automatically that information is given to Facebook and WhatsApp. Similarly, Google asks us our permission to personalize your experience. We would like to share your data with other partners, to other sources. We randomly, without thinking, gives that permission to Google. So at that time, when we think that have just searched something on Chrome or Google, and that same information is showing us on Instagram. How does this happens? This is purely algorithm. When we search something on Chrome, they use our data, they use our search history and send it to the Instagram. Now Instagram uses our that information and shows the same things, the same algorithm we have been using in other apps. So for that, there is no liability of Google or Instagram if they are sharing our information by our own permission. There is no liability of Instagram or WhatsApp or any other social media or any other source. Yes, there is liability if they are not protecting our data against illegal peoples, or they are not monitoring our data to whom they are providing such data, or to whom they have given access to get such data from us. There is their liability. For example, some random hacker gets into Instagram's system, and from getting there, he uses my account, Instagram account, without my permission, or without letting or without letting know Instagram that they are into their system. There, if there is a breach in their system, that is liability of Instagram. That is in the PDA Act, Data Protection Act, India 2022. There is specifically mentioned that cyber audits are must required to every institution. Every institution must do cyber audits every annually basis. There should be cyber audits. In cyber audits, their system should be checked whether the data is protected, where their system is protected, where there is any chances that some hackers or some cyber terrorism might happen on their system. If they are not doing such cyber audits on annually basis, then they might get fine of more than 1 cr 2 cr. In, for example, there is Byju's case. In Byju's case, all the data of their students were leaked. All the data of their uh, students personal data, their phone numbers, their everything, photos, everything was leaked by Byju. It was not Byju's who voluntarily did it, but it was their system's failure that someone got into system and did that crime. So when this type of incident occurs, there is vicarious liability of that uh, that institution. What is vicarious liability? In short, if it's not their fault, but it was fault by their system, then they are vicariously liable for that action. So all the liability was held upon Byju's, and Byju's was sentenced more than 3 CR in that case to pay a fine to all the victims whose data was leaked by Byju's. So, so the second liability is on the person who does that, who does that crime. For example, I made a system. In that system, I gathered all the data, all the various fields people's data on my system, and it was my malicious intent, my mens rea from starting, that I will start a system, I will get data of all the peoples, and I will use that data for my personal benefit. I will harass someone by that data and get extortion from that harassment, or I will use that data to threat someone. If that is my malicious intent and my act is also malicious, then I am also liable for that crime. Firstly, the intermediary institutions, then the person who does that. The, those both are liable for algorithmic criminal offenses. And the most common, the most common cyber fraud or cyber scam is happening nowadays is uh, fake apps of trading. As a beginner, someone starts trading. They firstly uses SEBI platforms like Kite, Grow, or Zerodha, or any other SEBI regulated uh, trading platforms. After that, they get to know that on Telegram there is a channel. They gives calls, puts, which share should be bought on what time, on what at what time they should be sold. And when they join this Telegram channel, they get some benefits. They get to have profit in their trading. So they believe that Telegram channel and then join their premium subscription. After premium subscription, someone from the Telegram group tells him that tells a person that you should join our WhatsApp channel. On that, we give more detailed calls or puts of trading. There you can get much more profit. And after that, on WhatsApp, they ask to download their trading app, a random trading app with any name. They download that trading app. After downloading that trading app, they invest some amount. First, at first, people are also smart. They just invest 1 lakh rupees, 20,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees, and when they get some profit on that, they try to withdraw it. That that cyber fraudster is also extra smart from them. They let withdraw small amounts to every person. But after that, when our trust gets deeper into that system, that that cyber fraudster on that app, we invest more and more money. Firstly, 20 lakhs, then after 50 lakhs, then after 20 lakhs. You know, in our region, our one client only trusting on that app, only that app showing him on his investment of 2.5 CR, his returns were showing him about 10 CR. On believing that he got he got finances from different businessmen. He got money on interest from various persons, and near about invested 12 CR amount in that platform. After that, his profit was showing him about 26 to 27 CR. He was happy that I am making this much money. But when he tried to withdraw 2 CR from his account, suddenly he was not available. He was not able to withdraw that money. Then he contacted that person whom he on that Telegram channel that I am not able to withdraw the money. They ask him to pay 5 lakh rupees as a tag. Afterwards, they will they he will able to withdraw the money. He blindly paid also paid 5 lakhs rupees to that person. Thereafter, he was not able to withdraw that amount from that app. Then he got to know that he has been frauded by some cyber fraudster. So he contacted us, asked our help. We did one thing. We contacted a contact at cybercrime cell, asked him that this amount is huge in nature. This is so much huge amount. So if you try to track this amount, now algorithms don't always work against us in cybercrime. Algorithm use with us can be used with us for our benefit. That is the job of cybercrime cell. They have an algorithm. If a cyber fraud happened to us, we have been frauded financially by someone, we can just we have to immediately contact cyber cell and ask them and give them proper transaction details of our transactions. Our if by RTGS, our RTGS number, if by NEF, our NEFT number, if by UPI, our UTR number or transaction ID, that should be properly given to CyberCell. By that transaction ID or UTR number or RTGS number, they track our transaction movement. For example, by that transaction, that amount has been transferred to a account of a person. If 50 lakhs rupees fraud amount has been transferred to a person by victim, they track that they track that account. After that, a person deposits 20 lakh into B person's account. That A person account is layer one. That B person account is layer two. They track this all transaction, this all chain of transactions, and accordingly contact to bank immediately contacts to bank uh, the a person's account where a person's account bank, B person's accounts bank. They contact them immediately and ask the manager to hold that amount or freeze that entire bank account, so that we can recover that money from that account. So we did same thing in that matter, and nearly about 1.26 cr has been now recovered, but remaining 11 cr is still not recovered. Because what is the loophole in that? They cyber fraudsters, when they get money in their accounts, bank accounts, they are also aware that if they uh, put money in that account for a long time, their account might get freeze. Or if they transfer it to other account, uh, that other account also can be get freeze. So they do one thing: they withdraw the cash. If cash is withdrawn, there is no recovery. So only 1.26 cr has been recovered from 12 cr. So that is the loophole in our system. So for that, there is only one thing we can do. If some cyber fraud happens with you, if you are financially frauded by someone, immediately at the spur of moment, contact to cyber cell and lodge a complaint before them. The more soon you lodge a complaint, the more chances there are you will get your money back. Or otherwise, if you make a delay, then there is very much less chances that you will get your money back. Now, some people uh, gather some electronic evidences. If something is some offenses is happening with them, they try to record a video call or record a call recording or getting screenshots of WhatsApp chats, and they try to use that evidence in court uh, for uh, for getting their case stronger. So, what is the validity of these evidences? Because they are not authenticate with evidence. Because in there, anyone can make fake evidence, fake digital evidence from AI. So, what is the legal procedure for getting these evidences admissible in court? So, according to old evidence law, 65B, section 65B, which tells that if there is a digital evidence, then for that producing that digital evidence, a party should get a party should provide a 65B certificate with it. I mean, what is 65B? It particularly mentions that the chain of custody of the device from that electronic evidence has been captured shall be particularly mentioned, and every detail of chain of custody by means a person was using 2016 to 2019 a computer device, and on that device there is a electronic evidence. After that, B person comes and he uses it from 2020 to 2025. This entire chain of custody to whom that device has been given shall be mentioned in 65B. Thereafter, what is the authenticity? Well, if we are giving a photo, then a image particular number, hash value, and the photos chain of custody, whether it has been originally captured into that device or that person got that photo from WhatsApp or from another intermediary source, that should be particularly mentioned in 65B certificate. Now, in new law, Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam, that is 63(4)(c), it is particularly mentioned in 63(4)(c) that a expert certificate shall be there with electronic evidence certificate. If audio is being produced before the court, then its proper transcription should be there by an expert or a person who is working in that field, and in that certificate hash value should be there mentioned there. What is hash value? Hash value is a unique number which is given to a file. If anything change happens into that file, if any changes occurs into that file, if anyone does any changes into that file, then hash value of that file gets changes. So that is the benefit of hash value. So that is the benefit of hash value. So uh, to provide electronic evidence before any court or any uh, quasi judicial body or judicial body or ministry, a 63 4C case Akshadiyam 63 4C certificate should be attached with that electronic evidence. Only then that electronic evidence has admissibility in a court. I'm I'm not telling from the slides. That's why I'm not changing the slides. I'm just sharing my personal experience from the cases I encounter every day, so that you can get awareness that how cyber fraudsters do the fraud with you. The most vulnerable persons who gets cyber frauded by these cyber fraudsters are old age persons, the persons who are retired. They are the easy targets for these cyber fraudsters. They their data, and when by using advantage of when and by getting advantage of their age, they manipulate them in such a manner that they have been frauded for very large amounts. Uh, this system is a transaction system. I forgot to tell you. When this cyber fraudsters does a crime, cyber cell does that. They get the information of the bank account to which victim's money has been sent from the cyber cell mostly tracks the bank accounts of the fraudster. So they have been gotten to know that their account was traced by cyber cell. So they do one thing: they contact some poor peoples or peoples who has uh, who are not capable of earning money, uh, uh, persons of 2021 age year group. They contacts them, they ask them that you if you provide your pan card and Aadhaar card with us, and if you help us in opening a account a bank account on your name, so we can give you 1000, 2000, 5000, whatever the money. Give they give them money for opening the bank account, and they use that bank account to do cyber frauds, to get money of cyber frauds into that account. Then what is the job of police? They tracks the account. They go to the bank. They ask the bank whose account is this. They tells that this person's account is this. Police goes to that person's home and arrest him. He has no knowledge whether what happened to him in his bank account. But according to 420 and IT Act 66, if any fraud happened to in a bank account, the whole liability is of bank holder. So there is no fault. There is, there is only one fault on that person's side, that he he for the money he does these things only for small amount, 500, 1000 rupees. For that money he gives his personal information to someone, and he uses his account on his name. to do such frauds. But ultimately, who gets arrested? The person whose account was on whose personal details that account has no one. So be aware, never give your Aadhaar card, PAN card, or to any for for any amount of money they offer you. They, here my one, he was an senior advocate. His son also got into this trap. Someone asked him that if he let uses that person his current account, his business account, uh, for some time, for only for 2 to 3 days, then he will give him 35 lakhs rupees for that. 35 lakhs rupees is a huge amount. Anyone can think that, Arey, for only using my bank account, he is giving me 35 lakh rupees. It is much profitable for me. So he agreed to give that account to that person. After that, oh, Cyber Cell Bhubaneswar, they came to our region Nashik. They arrested him from Nasik and took his custody to Odisha, Bhubaneswar. And he never get paid 35 lakhs rupees by that person. But he was behind the bars for near about 3 months. For for the fraud he has not even done with the victim. He doesn't know victim, what happened into his account. He doesn't know anything. Now, more than 12 cyber cells are behind that person, because that bank account has been used in more than 12 cyber frauds. So, and more than 5 to 6 CR transaction has been made into his current account. Because of he had a current account, there was no limit to the transactions. So they benefited of him. So never give your current account, your business account, or your Aadhaar card, PAN card to any other person for these amounts. It will ultimately get to arrest you. And court also does not considers that you didn't know the person to whom you to with whom such fraud is happened. You are just intermediary. But why did you give your bank account? You didn't get any notices from bank that huge transactions are being happening to your account. So these things happens and court does not considers deeply that I didn't know that these transactions are being made into my. So this liability, our bank account liability is always on us. So keep your bank account safe and yes, if any questions I can answer to that questions. See why young peoples or the other peoples are still vulnerable to these cyber crimes, because there is lack of awareness. There is lack of awareness that if you get random video calls from unknown persons, we should not receive it. We didn't know who are from that side. They if we uh, if we answer a video call, a unknown person's video call, and if he just plays a AI video from his side, and uh, there is there is inappropriate video from that side, and we receive that call, and simply our picture appears on that video call. He just takes a screenshot within he just captures the screenshots and shares this on the website, to our friends, our family, and we get cyber fraud by these crimes. So awareness is the most important thing to stop these cyber crimes. And in earlier times, there was no need of these criminal offenses relating to cyber frauds. But when algorithmic offenses or computerized offenses got bigger, started happening in large number. Government introduced IT Act 2000, IT Act 2000. There, from section 66 to 70, there are penal offenses. 78, 65 to 78, there are penal offenses into IT Act. If such offenses occurs, then according to IT Act, these offenses are penalized. What do you mean by multiple account scams? I didn't get it. So, any other questions, or any ever fraud happened to you, with you or your close friends? And do you help? Do you need help? How to tackle that cyber crime? You can ask. Is most of the peoples are getting their accounts freezed by cyber cells. Now, what is happening that if you have a shop, or you are running a business, and someone pays you money, but how that person got that money into his account? If he uh, got that money from a cyber fraud, and he deliberately um, give that send that money to your account, your account also gets hold. So because your account is also chain of transactions into that cyber fraud, that's why your account get freeze. But according to latest judgments of Supreme Court and various high courts, uh, police cyber cell or any police authority cannot entirely freeze your amount. Only the disputed amount can be leaned into your account. So whenever you get a notice, or your account is being getting freeze, so do one thing: uh, send bank and cyber cell a notice according to that, and within 7 days, if you didn't get any reply, then file a property return case under section 503 of BNSS into JMFC court, a magistrate court, and get your account unfreezed by the court. So I think session time is over. Hope you enjoyed the session.
Thank you, sir, for addressing every question with such clarity. This session has reshaped how we understand criminal liability in the age of autonomous system and AI governance. With this, our day 4 session comes to an end. On behalf of the organizing team, we extend our sincere gratitude to Advocate Prashant Dilip Wagh for delivering such an insightful and engaging session. We request all participants to fill out the post assessment form via the QR code displayed on your screens. Please note, without the feedback form, you will not be eligible for the certification. Tomorrow, on day 5, that is 1st of March, we will have a session on AI governance and regulatory future by Dr. Niranjan Appaswamy. Until then, stay aware, stay curious, and keep strengthening the shield. Thank you.